So I think it's been a huge topic in the past month since Breath of the Wild sequel was delayed, and that's if we'll see any other Zelda games this year. I mean, Nintendo has stated that they want to make Zelda a yearly series, and so far since they announced that back in 2013, they've held true to that promise. I mean, we've had Wind Waker HD and A Link Between Worlds in 2013, Hyrule Warriors in 2014, Majora's Mask 3D and Triforce Heroes in 2015, Twilight Princess HD in 2016, Breath of the Wild in 2017, Link's Awakening in 2019, Age of Calamity in 2020, and Skyward Sword HD in 2021. All of those, along with a few others that I didn't mention, and I think that we can be pretty confident that we'll at least see something this year. But before we continue, I need you guys to do something for me. I want you to look down. See it? The subscribe button? I need you to click it, take it from red to white, and also leave a comment while you're at it. But now that we've got that done, I remember one of the main collections people were talking about for Zelda's 35th anniversary was the Twilight Princess HD and Wind Waker HD collection for the Switch. These two games are constantly brought up because they should be easy slam dunks for Nintendo. I mean, they were both already ported to the Wii U, and the Switch already had like a million Wii U ports, so why not port these games over? I mean, they could easily do so since the only things that they would have to change is the gamepad functionality. The games were also made without the gamepad in mind originally, so it should be relatively simple to change. That's just my thinking on it. But as much as I would like to see a collection of Twilight Princess HD and Wind Waker HD, there's one thing that makes me think that we won't see a collection of those two, and that one thing is Skyward Sword HD, because Nintendo pulling a Nintendo took a 10-year-old game and made it a full $60 game. I mean, they did add some changes here and there, but since that has happened last year, it's hard for me to think that we will get a collection of these two full, huge, big games in one pack for $60. It's just so hard. I mean, I would love to see those two games because Wind Waker HD, I'm currently playing through it again right now, and I've been enjoying it, and Twilight Princess HD is a game I really want to play again. I haven't played the HD version, but I do own the original, and Twilight Princess, both Wind Waker and Twilight Princess are two of my favorite games of all time, two of my favorite Zelda games. I love them to death, and I would buy them again in a heartbeat and play them over again because I just enjoy them so much. But also another collection that I would like to see, and I think we may be able to see, I know there's been some rumors about it, but I would like to see a collection of Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons. I mean, these are two of the most underrated and forgotten Zelda games, and they could benefit from a double pack. I mean, if these games were to be re-released, then the only way I could ever see them being re-released is as a collection, since certain aspects of the game could only be unlocked, like bosses and a few other things, by playing both of the games. But these games could really use the update, and the interconnectivity of the games should be improved by linking them together in a collection and having them on one game card. But it would be pretty cool if these games were also remade in the same format, or something similar to Link's Awakening that we got in 2019, since the engine is already done. Grezzo, I'm sure, would do a really good job on it. They've done so well with all of the previous ports that we've gotten in the past decade. But we may also see Zelda in some other form this year. And what I mean by that is, about a month ago, we saw a leak on 4chan of a Game Boy Advance emulator for Nintendo Switch Online, which will probably be revealed later this year, or probably as soon as the June Direct. But on the Game Boy Advance, we saw The Legend of Zelda, Zelda 2, the Minish Cap, and the Four Swords combo with A Link to the Past. All amazing games that we got on the Game Boy Advance. But off the bat of those, two of those games probably won't be re-released onto Nintendo Switch Online, since they're already on there, and those two games are Zelda 1 and Zelda 2, since they're already on the NES. But the other two are what I think we could see. Now, A Link to the Past combo with Four Swords, I'm not sure how they would do that. I don't know if they would completely redo that, because A Link to the Past is already on the SNES, but I don't know if they would cut that content off of that game or program it back in. But Four Swords, I could easily see that being a game on there, and it would really benefit from being on Nintendo Switch Online, because I believe, if I remember correctly, Four Swords is a multiplayer game. I know Four Swords Adventures is too, but that's on the GameCube. But I think Four Swords, if you were able to play that online with friends, that would be amazing. That I would love to see, and that just makes perfect sense for me to be on Nintendo Switch Online. But then also, the Minish Cap is another game I think we could see on a Game Boy Advance Nintendo Switch Online membership. I wonder what membership they would include that on. Would they add it on to the higher membership? Because if they did, I don't know. I still have the basic one, and my subscription just renewed, but I feel like they need to add some more stuff to the higher membership, even though it's looking better and better for the value. But Minish Cap, I really want to see that on there. I actually just bought the Minish Cap a few days ago on my Wii U, since they're about to shut down the Wii U eShop in a few days, 4 days from when I'm recording this, which I may go and buy some other games, but hopefully they put that on there. That's something I really want to see. But we've got less than a month before Nintendo's June Direct, and it's going to be so hype, and I just can't wait. I can't wait to see whatever Zelda stuff Nintendo's going to have, and I'm pretty confident that we're going to see something in some form. I think the biggest thing that we can expect is just a blowout for Breath of the Wild 2, and maybe we may get an official release, and maybe a title drop, I don't know. But I'm calling it now, Zelda will probably be the biggest game at E3, at least for Nintendo. I don't know about everyone else. Maybe like Sony will have God of War, Ragnarok, that would be really awesome, but I'm just so excited for Nintendo's June Direct. I mean, E3 2016, when Breath of the Wild 2 was the only thing they had, or I guess Breath of the Wild was the only thing they had, was amazing. And I remember that. I love that. I did not care that that was the only game they had. I was watching that stuff all day, over and over and over again, watching the trailer and everything. I was just so excited. But I want to know what you guys want to see at Nintendo's June Direct. What Zelda stuff and what other things in general. I really want to know. It'll make me much more excited for whatever is coming up next. Do you think any of these games will probably appear? Maybe, maybe not, I don't know. But tell me in the comment section below, and remember to like and subscribe for more Zelda content like this. I've been Bro Show, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.